What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Fastlane is fast approaching with 5 matches booked so far, including 3 championship contests. Who will emerge victorious though? Join us now as we predict all the winners and losers of this Saturday's Fastlane pay-per-view. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. Number 1. Undisputed Tag Team Championship match, the Judgment Day of Finn Balor and Damien Priest taking on Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. Can Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso coexist? Normally that would be the tale being told here, but Cody Rhodes seems all in on giving the former Bloodline member the benefit of the doubt, thus his willingness to team with the former foe against a team that's committed to destroying both himself and Jey. Ironically, it appears fans may see this tired trope of can they coexist with the Judgment Day as Raw's top faction continues to bicker. While the story of the Judgment Day facing internal dissension has dragged out far too long, it will at least create the illusion that Cody and Jey are on their way to becoming undisputed tag team champions. That's not going to happen, however, as the Judgment Day have too much momentum despite their internal troubles. The faction always finds a way to cheat their way to victory, and fans should expect nothing different. While Cody and main event Jey likely have Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens waiting to help them should the other Judgment Day members interfere, the numbers are still with the Judgment Day now that JD McDonough is close to joining the group. Count on the Judgment Day squeaking out the win, much as they did capturing the tag titles at Payback. Our final prediction, the Judgment Day retain the Undisputed Tag Team Championship. Number 2, the triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship of Io Sky vs Asuka vs Charlotte Flair. This should be a fantastic match, especially for fans eager to see Asuka vs Io Sky. However, Charlotte Flair's presence could be trouble and raises several questions. Is the Queen there to work an exciting match and make her dance partners look good, or is this her way into yet another World Championship reign? Also, does the WWE believe Asuka vs Io Sky isn't a strong enough match in terms of star power that it needs the rub from Charlotte Flair? If so, it's another reminder of WWE's lack of faith in many of its female superstars, including ones like Asuka, who is a Grand Slam champion. That may be the case as the WWE didn't give the Empress of Tomorrow a long title run and quickly turned her from heel to babyface. It's difficult to pin down where this shaky storytelling is coming from. On one hand, it could be a case of Vince McMahon interfering in the women's division, which is never good, but then again, Triple H's record booking the WWE women's division is spotty at best. The quality of the match shouldn't be a question, but just who the WWE decides to have come out victorious. While fans should always be careful when Charlotte Flair works in a title match, we still feel confident that Io Sky will leave with the title. Our final prediction, Io Sky retains the Women's Championship. But a recent news story suggests Kairi Sane's WWE return is imminent, something which could add another dimension to this match. It's a given that Damage Control will get involved in the match to help Io Sky out, and if so, this could open the door for Kairi Sane to help Asuka out. If Damage Control does lend a hand, Bayley and or Dakota Kai better make sure their interference doesn't backfire, as the WWE has revived the tension between Io and Bayley. Bayley's blunder in suggesting this match without consulting Io Sky, and there's no telling how she'll react if Bayley oversteps her boundaries. Sky has come a long way from being a protege, and with the women's title around her waist, who's to say Io feels she even needs the role model by her side? Number 3, the Latino World Order vs Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Now, there's no word on which members of the LWO will work the match, but it's safe to say Rey Mysterio will be one of them, and extremely likely Santos Escobar will compete as the WWE continues to push him. There are other variables in this match, one of them being how Bobby Lashley will react if Dawkins and Ford lose. The Almighty was happy on last week's SmackDown after the Street Profits demolished Rey Mysterio and Santos in a post-match attack, but nevertheless, Lashley has shown he demands results, and a loss could lead to the Profits getting kicked to the curb. Another variable is whether Lashley has other wrestlers lined up for his faction. As we mentioned in our Fastlane News and Rumors video, Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams are 2 names that have come up before for joining Bobby. Could Hayes and Williams show up and help Lashley dump the Street Profits if they fail him, or could they appear and turn the 3-man group into a 5-man group? If so, this will be bad news for the LWO. While these variables should add some intrigue to the match, what of the match itself? Well, the LWO vs the Street Profits is a money match regardless of which members from the LWO work. Although Bobby Lashley isn't known for his high-flying skills, an understatement if there was ever one, he's shown he can adapt to any style. Lashley's overwhelming power advantage should tell a good story as the babyfaces work around it, using speed and double team moves to gain the advantage. While we think Lashley's faction has promise, The story is how well he'll react when his teammates lose, and that's why the LWO will emerge victorious. As our final prediction, the Latino World Order win the match. Next up is LA Knight and John Cena versus the Bloodline of Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso with Paul Heyman. As we mentioned in our Fastlane Rumors video, this should be LA Knight's star-making moment as he teams with a bona fide living legend to take on one of WWE's hottest heel acts. Fans know Cena can still go in the ring even if he's slowed down a bit due to ring rust, and as for Knight, he's got his act polished to perfection. The two big questions here are, will the WWE give both teams enough time to tell a story, and second, whether the babyfaces will get a strong enough victory to look good without needlessly squashing Solo and Jimmy. The WWE needs to avoid having Cena and Knight win due to the dissension in the bloodline, but there's no way this match ends without the babyfaces winning, as the WWE has big things planned for LA Knight. Our final prediction, LA Knight and John Cena win the match. A Solo and Jimmy's loss will lead to the predictable reaction of Roman Reigns blasting them for not taking care of his LA Knight problem, which should build things up for a singles match between Knight and Roman Reigns. A crown jewel seems like the perfect venue for this match, which is why it's so important for Knight and Cena to win. One area to keep an eye on is who takes the pin. If the WWE really wants to elevate Knight, they'll give him the pin against Solo Sikoa, who the WWE has protected well, with less than a handful of wrestling getting the 3 count on him on TV. And finally, it's time for the main event, as it's the last man standing match for the World Heavyweight Championship as Seth Freakin Rollins takes on Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, is the reign of Seth Rollins' World Heavyweight Championship coming to an end? Well, it's starting to look that way, as the King of Strong Style has been merciless in attacking Seth Rollins both physically and mentally ever since he set his sights on the Visionaries World Championship. Rollins survived the match at Payback, but the artist was just getting started, a move which initially had fans cringing as one match against Nakamura seemed like enough. But to its credit, the WWE has turned this into an engaging series, as Nakamura has Rollins in a very bad place, especially after Nakamura beat Rollins senseless on Raw, targeting his bad back. Rollins will likely be less than 100% physically when he steps into the ring for his last man standing match, which only further stacks the deck against Seth. Rollins has plenty of heart, but even if he's 100% mentally, can his broken back hold up against in a match like this? And we think not, and while Rollins will put on an aspiring and heroic performance, his weakened condition and Shinsuke's willingness to exploit it mercilessly means we'll have a new world champion. So our final prediction, Shinsuke Nakamura wins the World Heavyweight Championship, as Shinsuke is your new world champion, but for how long? Fans will be watching what happens after the match, as Damien Priest still holds his Senior Money in the Bank briefcase, while the WWE could turn things topsy-turvy for the cash-in. Fans have to wonder whether Nakamura will be a transitional champion. On the other hand, if the artist leaves Fastlane with the title, he could have a decent run that lasts into the Royal Rumble or even WrestleMania. What do you guys think of these predictions? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.